video is going to be my January TBR, and I normally don't restrict myself to monthly TBRs because I'm very much a mood reader. However, I have a set list of books that I would like to read this month, and so I figured I would share those with you. There probably won't be a TBR every month, but this month there will be. So I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to start with the book that I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading Queen of Air and Darkness. It doesn't have its Dutch jacket on because, like I said, I'm currently reading it. I'm on page 52, so not very far, but I wasn't able to get to this last month, so this had to be the first book I picked up this year. I'm really excited to see how things end for this group of shadow hunters that are in this book, the Blackthorns. It picks up minutes after where Lord of Shadows ends. So if you've read Lord of Shadows, you know what happens at the end of that book, and you know exactly where this one picks off. So off to a rough, crazy start. After I finish Queen of Air and Darkness, I plan on reading A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. I'm currently waiting on my copy of A Gathering of Shadows to come into the library, so I don't have that one with me today, but I have A Conjuring of Light here, and I read A Darker Shade of Magic in November, I believe, and I loved it so much. So I'm really excited to finish out that trilogy and see how things go. I heard that in A Gathering of Shadows there's like a competition, and I love books with competition in them, so I'm really excited to find out what happens with Kel and Lila and see where the story goes. I'm also waiting for my copy of Crooked Kingdom to come into the library, so I'll be reading that once that comes in. I read Six of Crows last year and I really loved it, and I just haven't had a chance to get around to reading the sequel and conclusion to the duology yet, so I'm really looking forward to reading that this month as well. And then I have a couple of new releases that are coming out this month that I also plan to read, but I don't have them yet because they haven't been released. The first January release that I plan to pick up is In an Absent Dream by Seanan McGuire. This is book 4, and it's kind of like a companion series, and I've really love Seanan McGuire's writing. Her worlds and the characters are all just so interesting. So I'm really excited to see what world she brings to life in this next book. The next release that I plan to pick up is The Wicked King by Holly Black. This is the sequel to The Cruel Prince, which I read last year and really loved. I cannot wait for this book to come out. I am so excited. I will be picking this up on release day and hopefully reading it very soon after acquiring my copy because I'm so excited. Cannot wait. Then the last book on my TBR for the month is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the first book in the Nikolai trilogy, which I am so excited about because Nikolai is my favorite character from the Shadow of Bone series, and I'm so thrilled that we get a whole trilogy with him being the focus point. I also heard that Nina is going to be making some appearances and maybe having some of her own chapters, so I'm really excited about that as well. This comes out at the end of the month, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish reading it in January, but I'm definitely going to be starting it in January. So fingers crossed I can read that in a few days because it comes out almost at the very end of the month. So really, really excited for that one. That one's probably one of my top releases for the entire year, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. But that's going to be it for my January TBR. Let me know if you have read or are planning to read any of these books that I mentioned today. Let me know in the comments what you thought about them. If you're also planning on reading the same books this month, let me know so we can talk about it in the comment section. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!